Hi and welcome to a chair workout class suitable for all ages, all abilities, and some of the exercises can be used as the whole set, or you can take parts of it to help. So it's good if you're sitting at a desk or if you have limited mobility. Make sure you have a glass of water and also a little cushion at hand, and we'll start. Okay, so sitting on a chair, either using a little pillow for behind the back to sit up nice and straight. And we're going to have the feet planted firmly on the floor, the knees nice and relaxed, but we're going to pull in from the core, we're going to lift up, and we're just going to assume a good posture. So hands by the sides. And we're going to start with just a gentle shoulder shrug up, taking it back and relaxing it down. And again, a nice shoulder shrug up, relax it back and down. And then we're going to bring the hands onto the shoulders. We're going to drop those shoulders back, and we're going to do a nice head turn slowly to the right, then come back to centre, and then take it over to the other side. Nice and relaxed. And then you're going to drop the arms down. And we're going to bring the hands back to the shoulders, dropping the shoulders down and incline from ear to shoulder, keeping the shoulders nice and in alignment, pulling up from the core. Bring the head back to centre and the other side, ear to shoulder. And then coming back to centre, and now just drop those arms, have a shake out. That's good, because we're just going to have this session just to work through the body, some simple effective exercises. So being comfortable is so important for you. Okay, so bringing the shoulders back up, taking them down, back. And now we're going to just drop the chin forward and then come back up. This time we're going to drop the chin forward. We're going to take the head round, just gently, just a little half circle, just to mobilise. And come back to centre and just relax those shoulders. Make sure that you have some water, because it's really important to keep the muscles hydrated. Okay, just going to adjust the music. Sitting up nice and tall. What we're going to do now, just open up, cross the chest, bring the arms out to the side and pull back. Just opening up the chest, stretching those muscles, the pectoralis muscles which go across here, and then release the arms. Have a nice shoulder circle, back and the other side, and again repeat. So a nice big shoulder circle, going back and the other side. I'm going to do 2 more. Again, increasing that lovely fluidity within the shoulders. And then relax down, have a shake out, pulling up, lifting through the core. We're going to bring the arms down. You're going to take a nice lateral stretch, only to where you feel comfortable. We're stretching those obliques. Relax the head, relax the neck and the shoulders. And slowly we're going to come up. We're just mobilising. And the other side. Relax the neck, relax the shoulders, let the weight of the arm just hang down, just to stretch out those tight muscles. Come back slowly to centre and have a shake out. Bring the arms across and we're going to take a nice twist over to the left. So my hips are facing forward. All that's happening is I'm having a nice gentle spinal twist. Then I'm coming back to centre, dropping the arms and having a shake out. Bring the arms back. Take it over to the other side. And again, my hips are remaining facing forward. That's lovely. And then slowly, when you're ready, coming back to centre, dropping the arms down and having a shake out. Shaking out the hands. Now let's just make a tight fist and release. And again a tight fist and release. Pulling up nice and tall. We're going to work on doing a seated pelvic tilt to strengthen the abdominals. Now you're going to squeeze the abdominals in and at the same time just tuck the buttocks under, just creating a little bit of tension. And then you're going to release. So we're just engaging those core muscles. Squeeze the abdominals, lift the buttocks, and then release. This time you're going to squeeze in, lift up, and lean forward. Just enough. You'll start to feel that tension in the abdominals. And then release. We're going to go into a little secret sit-up. Place your hands on the upper abdominals. And imagine your head is stuck with glue to an imaginary wall. You're going to squeeze the abdominals and imagine you're leaning forward. You should feel the muscles tightening around this area. Nice even breath and release. Moving the hands to the lower, the transverse abdominals. You're going to imagine that your feet are stuck with glue to the floor. You're going to squeeze the abdominals and imagine you're lifting your feet away from the floor. And breathe. And release. Again, we're going to move the hands higher to the rectus abdominals. You're going to squeeze those abdominals and you're going to imagine you're lifting your head away from an imaginary wall. And then we're going to release. You're going to move the hands to the lower part of the abdominals. You're going to squeeze the abdominals and imagine you're lifting your feet away from the floor. You may even be tempted to just lift them slightly. That's fine if you just lift them gently. And then release. And now just have a gentle spinal roll down. Wherever you feel comfortable. Tuck the hands And the arms under the knees. And then slowly, each vertebra at a time, roll up through the spine and drop the arms. Going on to the glutes and the hips. So you're going to gently, again, we're going to pulse, we're going to squeeze the buttocks and we're going to release. We're going to squeeze and release. And again, you're going to squeeze and release. Clench the buttocks, just creating that bit of tension, and release. Just building those muscles in the gluteal areas. And release. Just one more. Gently squeeze. And then release. And sit back. Have a little shake out. And now we're going to start to strengthen our thighs. So you're going to take your right leg out in front, flex your foot and brace that knee down. You're going to feel that tighten the quadricep muscle, and then you're going to lower. And again onto the other side, you're going to clench that quadricep muscle and then relax. And again on the right, brace it down so you can feel that tighten and then release. And again on the other side, feel that tighten and then release. Coming to sit on towards the front of the chair, we're just going to start to open up that hip. So your foot is going to be just, your toes are just going to be touching the floor, and you're going to open up those hips. So it's a small circle, taking it out and back, out, just to open up and increase blood flow to the hip. And then release on the other side. We're going to take the leg out, and again my toe is resting on the floor, and all I'm doing is oiling the joint. That's lovely. Come back to centre, and then you're going to just step out a little bit to where you feel comfortable. You might not feel comfortable taking it into a fuller range. Wherever you feel is good for the body, and you're going to just push that leg back just to create a little bit of stretch, and then you're going to release and just have a little wiggle through the legs. And the other side, take that out, sit forward, push out, and try to sit in good posture, pulling up. And then come back to centre and just have a little tap and a little work through the feet. Okay, so now when we take this leg out, we're just going to lean forward a little bit. So you should feel a little bit of a stretch in the buttock, a little bit of a stretch at the front, but just lean forward gently and just hold it there. We're not looking at deep stretches, it's more mobilisation. And then bring that leg slowly back to centre. And then we're going to take the other leg out. And again, we're going to just lean forward. Just to where you feel comfortable. If you're feeling it quite tight into the glute, it means that we need to loosen up and stretch out those hips. Okay, coming back to centre, you might want to, if you're doing this with shoes, just take your shoes off. We're going to take the leg out in front And sitting up nice and tall, you're just going to circle out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the leg up and down. And the other side, we're going to circle 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the leg up and down. I'm going to take the leg out again. This time, instead of circling out, we're going to circle in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, release, and down, and the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, release, and have a little shake out. Pat those legs down, and now we're going to just do what we call a little glute rock. So it's just to start to mobilise the spine safely. So you can lift the legs. We're going to just start with a little sway from side to side, just to start to open and mobilise that lower back. But also it will work on the spine. You might hear a little click. You've got very tight muscles around that low back. And if you can, you're just going to lift the leg up as you go. But again, be aware of your body. Just mobilising. And then just move from the side to side. And come back to a nice hug. Hug underneath the knees or wherever you feel comfortable. If all that you feel comfortable doing is just taking it forward and rounding, then that's fine. Coming up, dropping the arms down and having a little shake out of those feet. And relax the arms down. So this session is based more around limited mobility, and what we've done is we've just done a very gentle, very simple mobilisation, sitting down. So we're not doing any routine, and there's a lot more exercises that you can do within each of the areas that we've covered. So when we're looking at our own mobility and what we can do, chair mobility can be done in different segments. So this one is very gentle, very mobilisation through the body, just to start to bring your awareness to those areas, and you can do that safely throughout the day, or you can do it in sections to whatever feels comfortable. Chair exercise covers a huge range from very gentle mobilisation, which we've done at this one, and then you can increase. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Much kindness and keep safe.